What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia, and I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Now, I have to address some news that just came down the pipeline that really caught my attention. First of all, it looks like Nintendo might have sold about 1 million Switches already, and based on all the data that's coming from all the other countries, piece by piece, it looks like they might be pretty close to 1 million, if not over 1 million already. Now, this is great news for the gaming industry. Great news. I do know that Microsoft and Sony did that in like the United States alone in the first 24 hours, but over the last 3 days, this is actually a really good deal. Okay, this is a really good thing for the gaming industry. I'm not gonna hate on Nintendo for that, not at all. I just get a little conflicted when I see reports that The Legend of Zelda was like the Nintendo's biggest selling game since ever. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was, considering that Legend of Zelda was the only game that came out on Nintendo Switch that made it worth buying. You're not gonna get credit from me for saying that, oh yeah, well you sold like almost 1 million Legend of Zelda games. You gave no one any choice at all. They had 1-2 Switch, type hand Switch, and they had what, the Super Bomberman? That was it. Legend of Zelda is their system seller, so you're not gonna be like, oh, this is the only game we got. No wonder it sold almost as many as the consoles. I'm just saying, I'm just going to put that out there. So please don't tout Zelda as the greatest selling Nintendo game of all time when it was the only game you had that made the system worth buying. Period. I do have Legend of Zelda right now. I am playing it. Seems pretty decent so far. Now, let me tell you about the news that's going on that's actually really shocking. It looks like the PlayStation 5 might be coming out in late 2018 and 10 teraflops, says Analyst. 10 teraflops? Okay. So it looks like this analyst came out there and said that it's going to be more powerful than any other console that's ever come out since ever, and it looks like that we see sustained profit and growth in the game network services, and our forecast operational growth from Y dollars. Sounds legit. And yeah, they said driven by expanding software sales and profits, and they talked about Horizon Zero Dawn. And then he came out there and said, well, we have tempered expectations to account for a rivalry with Microsoft, Xbox, and PC. We know that the success of the PlayStation VR, which has topped over 915,000 units, highlights the health of the ecosystem. We expect to launch a 10 teraflop PlayStation 5 in the second half of 2018 to secure the installed base. Okay. 10 teraflops sounds beastly. It sounds almost impossible. No, seriously. For 2018, maybe 2019, I can probably give you 2019. But 2018 seems like awfully close to me. I don't see 10 teraflops being like what's going to come out. This thing's going to beast on a lot of actual PCs. No joke. I know PC fans are upset. I know. But 10 teraflops, that's quite a bit. And for them to launch this thing in the second half of 2018, I think that will be a little crazy. And only because the PlayStation Pro just came out. And if you unleash this thing like in the second half of 2018, that's going to cause a huge problem. It's going to cause a huge rift. Would I put it past Sony? Absolutely not. Do I think it's possible? Absolutely. It is possible for Sony to drop this thing in 2018. Think about it from Sony's perspective. Microsoft does not need Xbox. They don't need it. They got micro dollars. They got micro dollars. They're rich. Sony, all their money comes from Sony, from PlayStation at this point. Pretty much. They have other things, but they don't make as much money from them as PlayStation. So when they see the Xbox Scorpio coming out this year, they're like, we got to make something now. All hands on deck. Bring everybody, lock them up like you do in like that one place where they make all the iPhones. Oh, come on. They lock people up. They don't let them out. And they will probably have them whipping out these systems like hotcakes. They would have to have this thing, a prototype of this thing already done now to have enough production models to come out by the second half of 2018. So we will be seeing this thing at E3. And if we don't see this thing at E3, it's not coming out next year. So I'm going to have to myth bust this one. But is it possible? Yes, it is. Sony can whip out something like that, and it will destroy all. So I don't know any other way to put this. I see this as far-fetched. Maybe 2019, but not 2018. I mean, come on, people. So that's all the news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll holler at y'all later.